Family, hi, great you. Welcome to another New Truth and Love the Church with your brother Joseph. So there's something that is actually happening, concerning Rwanda, the DRC, and we now have South Africa going in there and all those things. So for those who don't know what's happening, this is just a snippet of some clips. It may not be the entire thing, but it will actually give you a certain clue.
M23 is really a political problem which can be solved by discussion. I don't see the big problem there now because these M23, I don't think they're asking for big things, sharing power or what. No. I hear they are talking about, I have asked them to send me their minimum demands. Yes. What are you demanding? Demand. To go back to their villages where they ran away from, to be integrated in the army. What is how can this be a problem?
I told our friends, these powerful friends of ours, I've even said it publicly, when it comes to defending this country that has suffered for so long and nobody came to help, I don't need permission from anybody to do what we have to do to protect ourselves. I have said it in broad daylight. I have said it to those who matter in this problem. And that's what is going to happen. You go home, sleep, don't do anything.
The M23 rebels say that they've taken control of Goma in the eastern part of the Democratic Republic of Congo, and this follows an advance against the Congolese army. 9 South Africans are among the 13 soldiers who were killed in fierce fighting with the rebels. The Rwanda-backed M23 rebels have quickly gained ground this month in the east of the DRC. The rebels had earlier ordered defending government forces to disarm and surrender, saying that they were preparing to enter and take control. Now, following negotiations, the rebels had allowed army officers to leave Goma by boat for Bukavu.
For the last 2 days, on Monday and today this morning, I spoke with the President of South Africa, who sought me out to speak with me on this matter because of their involvement in Eastern Congo. And he's also there pretending to be playing a peacemaker role. And he has a force that has been fighting alongside FDLR and has been fighting the M23 on the instructions of Tshisekedi, because these are people who are not supposed to be in Congo, that these are from Rwanda, or the M23 are not Rwandans, please. These are Congolese, and one time he accepts it, then another time he says no, part of it is yes, and then the other part is from Rwanda, and these are he keeps on going. And how do we, leaders of our own countries, accept this to go on forever and just accept that we shall be manipulated by Tshisekedi or whoever is supporting him? And South Africa dares even issue threats about what is likely to happen after that, and so on and so forth. Of course, we will see what threats they are talking about. Maybe they should have done that exactly for which they have been issuing threats. They should have done it to clean up the mess in Eastern Congo, or to fight back those who have been trying to clean up the mess.
President Kagame mean when he says Rwanda is ready for a confrontation should it be necessary? That's war talk, isn't it? And that's not a desirable solution for anyone.
you know, Eastern DRC is bordering Rwanda. It doesn't border South Africa. South African forces are at our border. We have no Rwandan forces at the border of South Africa. So we are in our country, so we don't have any aggressive posture against South Africa, but we are ready to defend ourselves if we are attacked by a coalition, including South African forces.
What gives you the confidence in your strength as Rwanda for a possible confrontation? Do you have the support of Israel? Do you have the support of the US? I saw your Israeli counterpart tweeted earlier saying he's had a conversation with you and that you discussed extensive cooperation between your nations and you briefed each other about also what's happening in the Middle East. Do you have the support of Israel and the US in what's happening currently in the Eastern DRC?
Rwanda have good relations with many countries, including Israel, and our cooperation is extensive with all those countries. But as I said, we have first and foremost the support of our people. We are on our territory. We have foreign forces across our border who have an aggressive posture. So, of course, if we are attacked, we will defend ourselves.
Distinguished colleagues, 2 days ago we met in this chamber and discussed the worrisome developments in the situation in the Eastern DRC. Over the past 48 hours, the situation has significantly deteriorated, especially with the seizure of Goma, where there are more than 1 million civilians located. Russia firmly condemns the actions of M23. We call for a swift cessation of hostilities and a withdrawal of the rebels of the illegal armed formation from the towns, villages and territory they've seized. We also urge external forces to cease their support for M23 and to recall their military units. There's a need without delay to resume the negotiation process in Luanda. We must not allow a spillover of the escalation which could threaten the lives of people on both sides of the border and is likely to turn into an interstate conflict on a regional scale.
So during a Thursday live service, this is what Prophet enjoyed to say, concerning South Africa. And I just, put up some few videos of things that he also had said months back and some of those things. So I just want you to listen.
Tanking, rather. This is South Africa. But one thing I had, see, I even wrote it. Come and see this. See, this is what I had. Said it's because of Israel. Israel.
You wrote it 3 times.
3 times.
Wow.
Said Israel. Said because there is a problem in the nation that my people Israel have been sued by a country that is called South Africa. Said, and I decreed from beyond the age of time that whosoever curses Israel, I'll curse them. So the country of South Africa is operating under a curse. And it's not just a curse, it is a curse because of my people. And that's a big curse because when Israel catches a cold, or rather when Israel coughs, the world catches a cold. Said because it is my timetable on earth and I've chosen it, not because they are good. Says I did not tell you that Israel is perfect. I chose them by grace. That means my grace chose them. If I choose by grace, that means I'm not looking at your works. Said because of Israel, it shall descend into chaos. We gotta pray. Even for Southern Africa here, we gotta pray. Even for lower in South Africa, pray. We gotta pray. Because there are some who will begin to listen carefully. Listen immediately. Immediately when they say there's something, South Africa will say, I'm here to listen. Don't say you were not told. Pray. Pray against it. Pray that these nations at least peep or flip a wing. And when South Africa listens, other countries will begin to listen. And yet the scriptures are telling us what will happen. But anyway, pray for South Africa wherever you are. Just one important thing that I will show you what we're talking about when it says, and he will remove the boundaries of nations. Then from the history, you would put boundaries in different locations. The Congo issue right now that's happening right now is because some of the Rwandans are now on this side in another country, speaking Kinyarwanda, or Kinyarwanda, they call it rather, and yet they are in Congo. And they're saying maybe some parts of the Congo side of it doesn't recognize them. That's the narrative that they want to push. It's none of my business. It isn't my business, but not today. I'm telling you. And remember praying for South Africa. I told you to pray for South Africa, right? Yes, sir. Yeah. And when I was talking to you about South Africa, had it happened yet? What is happening now? No. A few days later, they have lost people in Rwanda there. The Lord is happening. But also pray so that their eyes be opened, especially the leadership, that it opens his eyes to this global mandate that is coming towards it. And I even mentioned to you that because of Israel, I mentioned it last year or 2 years back, because of Israel, their stance on Israel. And of course, the Bible says because of the iniquity, the prophet is seen as a fool, and the spiritual man as a madman.
So, my family, you heard what Prophet Andrew had to say about this situation. And I would like to introduce a platform where we have various ministers ministering on the same platform. You get to watch messages. You get to watch all these other programs, you know. It's like the Christian Netflix, and I want you to check it out. And for the African audience, you know, Nigeria and the other African audience, the monthly subscription is as little as 4,000 Naira or equivalent. That is $2.50. All right. So let's check this out. I'll meet you in the next one. As always, like and subscribed. You are loved. God bless you.
For just $6, unpack the ultimate Christian streaming experience. Dive into life-changing sermons, gripping and heartwarming shows, epic, soul-stirring movies, and spirit-lifting music. Stay informed with up-to-the-minute news and explore powerful, thought-provoking documentaries and docuseries. Ignite young minds with dynamic and engaging youth and kids programs. Alpha TV has everything you need and more. Subscribe now to get started.